I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, resurrect. Falsehood, important things are needed you people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Sinema Saturday for Saturday, March 6, 2021. Welcome Darren Wagner to the panel, and welcome Captain Trek as well. Qapla guys.
Hello.
Hello. So today we are watching the 1986 original The Transformers, the movie, the animated movie with, of course, the original Generation 1, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and all those childhood memories. So let's see. The oldest chat I can see comes from Professor Brainy Specs, who says, "Hail on Caroga." Hail Caroga is the correct pronunciation. And welcome also Jedi Bill and Future Man Yosef to the panel.
Hello.
And greetings from the future. Hello, everybody.
I haven't talked to you in so long.
Captain Trek, yeah, it was a long time. We spoke together last time. Exactly.
Professor Brainy Specs was also saying that I was late. I might have been a couple minutes late, but I wasn't late when you posted that. Yeah. I was on Cinnabon's stream.
You literally started
the
last.
stream.
You literally started the stream the last possible second, not to being late. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I've got the screening room up now. I'm ready to talk.
Okay, good. Yeah, so guys, if you're going to watch, if you have your own copy of the movie, this is supposedly remastered, although, to be honest, when I was watching it, just to check that it was working, my God, if this is remastered, I can't imagine what the original was, because the quality is not as high as I hoped.
Which cut of the film is this? Is this the American theatrical release or the other one?
I didn't know there was different cuts.
Oh, yes, there was. If you saw the movie in, for example, if you saw it on home video first, like I did in the United States, there were certain problematic words that were cut out of that version. So, for example, there's a moment in the film where Spike says, "Aw, shit, what are we going to do now?" Well, that wasn't in the the home video version sold in the United States, but if you got the Canadian version, it was in there. And there
Really?
was
Because I remember hearing him say it in the movie theater.
in the movie theater, it was there, but again, I didn't see it.
I
I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it in the first in the home video, and
I had it on home video too,
right?
And I don't remember being upset that it was missing, which I'd imagine I would be, because I mean that was like the first time I heard somebody curse in what I thought was a children's movie. That was a big deal.
Yeah, it was. Later in the film, or earlier in the film, I think Ultra Magnus says "damn it" too, and that was taken out.
Andrea Seabrooks has forgot that today is not DS9 Day, but still happy to provide a live on-location report from the future birthplace of JTK, aka James Tiberius Kirk. And Andrea, you should have the link whenever you are ready to come on up. Please do, and we will get the live report. And welcome Deej Odyssey to the panel. Qapla, Deej.
Qapla.
How you doing? I saw a good part of your stream from last night.
Yeah, we didn't talk about you till the end, so.
Son of a bitch. Okay, and Andrea Seabrook is with us, and let me go ahead and make you all big and stuff. So you can do your report.
You put her behind the clock.
Okay. I've got to.
Oh, she's on.
I got to change. I got to change the layout. A second. There we go. Okay, we are live with our reporter on the scene, Andrea Seabrook. Andrea,
yes.
What do you have for us?
The studio, are you there?
Yes, the studio is here. We're having some minor technical difficulties, but yeah, you're a professional. Just pretend that we're not.
Let me know when I'm on air.
You'll be on air in 5, 4, 3, live.
Hello, Bird of Prey. I'm standing here in Riverside, Iowa, where the excitement has begun for the coming date of March 22nd, 2228, the future birth of James Tiberius Kirk. As you can see, I am coming to you from the Voyage Home Riverside History Center, where you can see very important artifacts. I made sure to wear my Iowa gear today, and you can, as you're riding into town here, witness actual quadrupeds pulling coaches, and at the same time see such things as the USS Riverside NC 1818. I don't know if you could. This just landed here in town.
Quite an achievement for a ship with no landing gear, but I am impressed.
It's the future. We're looking at the future. That's why that works. And yeah. I don't know if I'm losing a little bit of static. Can I get this?
Nope.
Well, we
She's
seem to
gone
be
red.
having some trouble. We seem to have lost the connection with Andrea. Let's go to commercials. What's that? We don't have any commercials. Son of a bitch.
Bird. Sleep at the wheel again.
Who's supposed to be selling the commercials here? Oh. Oh, well, we'll give her a few minutes to see if she'll be back. Captain Track is supposed to be the one selling the commercials.
Not
Captain.
me.
Captain.
I don't run your damn computer.
Somebody's been pointing the finger at you, Captain.
I don't know who it is. Kiss my ass.
Hello, Immortal Technique, Qapla. Not Ryan John. This is Bird is not late. He's delayed, behind schedule, tardy, overdue, unpunctual, missed the boat, lagging, postponed, held up, delinquent, deferred, hindered, running behind, or he's sleeping.
I love not Ryan Johnson's little icon there with Sam the American Eagle saying "You're all weirdos." That's my favorite line that Muppet ever said.
I never knew it was a Muppet. And actresses TNN, Turtistan, Nasty News says that Bird of Prey doesn't have a stone as a co-pilot, but he flies his ship as well as one. I assume this is in reference to the new upcoming Star Wars High Republic, where we saw the first pictures of the cast, including a stone as the co-pilot for the ship, whose name of the ship is simply called the Vessel. Creativity on full display at Disney. The company that brought us such greats as Fantasia has now fallen to naming the Vessel the Vessel and using an actual stone as a co-pilot. Hello, Jedi Bill, Qapla, hail, Caroga.
Hail, Caroga.
Hail on Caroga.
I'm not late to my own live stream. Dan is here. Qapla Dan. 47 Yorktown. Hello from Eastern Canada. Welcome, 47. Dan 23 says hi, bye. Can't stay as I'm busy. Live long and prosper. Good for you, Dan. I'm sorry you can't make it, but I'm glad that you've got better things to do. And Andrea Seabrook says, Saturday. We'll eat the old spam with the thing or whatever. Actor says, I hope he didn't get confused and put Transmorphers movie instead.
I've heard of that thing.
Jedi Bill says hello to Dan and Andrea, and again tells me I'm late. 2 minutes of his life wasted, says Hector. Sorry about that, Deej. That was a great rendition of Transmorphers. Andrea says she's got the timing on the dot, except the Nicole part, says Hector. 47 Yorktown also says hello to Jedi Bill. Cinnabon Bunny is here. Hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Cinnabon, I assumed you were going to still stream, so I didn't send you the panel link, but I will send you one in case, on the off chance you do want to come up. It's not that we didn't want to have you. I just didn't realize you were ending your stream. So glad to have you. Joseph Patrick says, greetings from the future. Greetings, Joseph. Commodore Ty says, do you plan to send out the stream invites? You should have got one, Commodore, although I did accidentally send one to the wrong person. So I wonder if the one I supposed to send to you was the one that I didn't send out. Yep, you were the one I missed. You were the one I missed. Sorry about that, Commodore. So I've sent the link. My apologies. I didn't intend to skip you. Jedi Bill says hello to Cinnabon Bunny. John Araki, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Greatly appreciated. And welcome Commodore Ty to the panel.
Oh, brother.
Sorry. Late.
I was wondering,
Commodore is never late, nor is he ever early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Correct.
Small says, hail,
Commodore.
Bob.
Is Commodore Gandalf?
Tim Chris. Hello, Tim. T-Berg says, Qapla, Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, T-Berg. Still haven't checked up on the duet bass. I will later today. Tim Chris has this movie still on VHS. Awesome. Resolute Germ says hello all. Qapla, Resolute. And Cinnabon's a spoiler. Optimus Prime is recycled into a Diet Coke 24 pack in this movie.
Oh man.
So many kids cried.
Oh yeah, Diet Coke existed in '86.
Did it really happen in the movie?
No.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see.
Yeah. Again, my apologies, Commodore. Cinnabon says, if it's not 4K, I'm rioting. Oh, it's not. It's not 4K.
Yeah.
Will it have the original VHS blurry quality on this? It's not great, I'll be honest. And then when I reduce the bitrate size, there are a couple of really active scenes where it does pixelate a bit in the beginning, but after a few minutes it calms down. Interlace 240p for the win. No, it's actually the version we're going to be watching is 520p. 520. Okay. Yeah, which was half the original resolution of 1040. Yosef's movie with trans in the name and character named Optimus. Wow. Tim says, "Does not. I have the VHS," and he says, "Open the open, damn it, open."
Okay, Tim, listen here. I got the VHS when it first came out, when it was first issued, and it didn't have any of the curse words in it. So then when I was in the Navy, I saw that they had a Canadian version. It said the Canadian cut. I'm like, well, what's different about that? And I went ahead and bought it. I was at my local comic shop, Sarge's Comics in Connecticut, and I took it home, and those were the two things. They had those two lines in there. Now they were in the original theatrical cut, but they weren't in the United States consumer VHS version. Now, when you get it in DVD and later copies like Blu-ray, it's back in there. But there was just this thing that they had. It was one of the criticisms that the movie had, because parents took their kids to see this movie, and their kids, they went home with crying kids, because you'll find out later if you watch it. But one of the things that they had a problem with was the language and all the deaths, because the movie basically says, "Sorry, kids, all your toys are dead now, but here's some new ones."
You know what? It was probably one of those TV versions that they were preparing for streaming TV or showing on TV.
No, I got it right when it came out. I went
Where were you living when it came out?
Wisconsin. I went to.
Is it possible that they released an edited version in Middle America, and people in more liberal cities got an unrated version or whatever, the actual theatrical release?
Absolutely not. This was the version that came out for everybody. I remember reserving it at Suncoast Studios and picking it up. I had to get on my bike and go to the mall, and I got it, brought it home, and we'll see. We'll see which version you have here. I tend to think that edited version, it was only ever edited in that one version that initially came out on VHS. But we'll see.
We will see. Andrew says, "Sorry I cut out Bird of Prey. It was a sudden storm of Caroga and hail."
Caroga and hail.
No. T-Berg saw this in the theater and he cried.
Yeah.
I thought Caroga and hail was Caroganite.
Caroganite, no, that's much more. It's too expensive to.
Flint Dilley was the primary story consultant on Transformers the movie, and he said in one of his little interviews that Hasbro got lots of letters from parents, even though the movie bombed at the box office. Those parents who did take their kids to see the movie were so upset they wrote letters to Hasbro because what kind of a movie is this? My kids cried all the way home.
Wow. The animator got tired of drawing the same characters for 2 hours.
Well, no, you got to remember that Transformers was created. It was created by essentially Marvel Comics for Hasbro to sell toys, and when they had to bring up the next toy line, and this movie was when the show also changed, because the show initially took place in the here and now of 1985. And after the movie came out, it took place. The adventures were all taking place in 2005, and all the vehicles that these robots turned into stopped looking like our vehicles and started looking like futuristic vehicles, which meant that the designers could sort of take a break, because It's much harder to make a futuristic looking robot look like a international cab truck than it is to have them look like some other space age one that can fudge the designs a little bit. Yeah.
And Andrew's still demanding the Darren channel.
Sorry.
And welcome Wesley Crusher, D.D. Myers, and Andrea. Yeah, so we demand the Darren channel. Don't you have a channel? You do have a channel.
I have a channel. Yeah.
And weren't you going to make a video response to me?
I was, but then I kind of said it my piece. Oh wait a minute. You're right. You were talking about, what was it? Enterprise, I think.
Enterprise. I sent you a picture.
Yep, that's right. That's next on the docket. I'm working on a Defiant video.
The docket. Excuse me.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
The thing is, he's hung around Anti-Trekker too long, so everything's postponed.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the Hulk series, the finish of the Borg series. Got
little Nitro. Nitro. Let's not degenerate this stream into another anti-Trekker rant.
Whatever happened? Didn't he have someone in the chat called the anti-Trekker?
He did at one time.
What happened to that person?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
I don't know. There was the time before I had the Momo account, I had the positive Trekker in the chat. Messing with them.
T-Berg says, for $5.99, join my 80s Holics Anonymous workshop to lift the burden of your childhood lies and regain your life. Judge Darren TV, says Andrea. T-Berg says, Anti-Trekker now ranks with waiting for Half-Life 3. I don't get the reference. And Neon Knight says, Qapla Bird, and hail to the panel. Hail to you, Neon Knight.
Hello, Neon Knight.
Hello there. You didn't get the reference about Halo 3?
Half-Life 3.
No.
Half-Life 3?
Half-Life was one of the original Half-Life was one of the best computer games ever made, and then Half-Life 2 wasn't too bad.
And it was like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Ion says the movie made it more adult and gave consequences like G.I. Joe did with the death of a beloved character. Let's go ahead and get started.
There will never be a Half-Life 3. That's why he says Anti-Trekker now ranks for Half-Life 3, because they keep promising it but never deliver.
I see. Well, there's never going to be an end to the Borg series. I know that much.
Where did he leave off? At the Raven or something?
I don't know. It's been so long. Andrea says, seriously, though, no one with that much knowledge should be allowed to just stay in other people's panels. Darren has his own channel. And Cinnabon never got into Half-Life. Okay, so for those who might be new here, if you don't have your own copy of the movie, you can watch my copy with me virtually, like we're all here sitting in my living room, by going to the screening room link, which, as you can see, is below the movie in the video, birdoprey5.com/SR. I will put the link in for people who want to click on something instead of type it in themselves. I get it. We're all lazy. So if you head to that link, you don't need to sign up or anything. If you can leave your YouTube tab open, that's great. Otherwise, you'll lose the commentary. If you want to hear the commentary over the movie, you can lower the volume on the movie in the screening room. If you want to hear the movie over the panel, lower the volume on the YouTube tab so you can hear the movie better. And yeah, that's about it. Once you head to that link, the movie will start once I start it. and it will try to keep, if you can't watch it on the screening room and you don't have your own copy, then in YouTube itself, there will be a screenshot about once every 10 seconds. So you have some idea what's going on in the movie as we talk. That wasn't Sassy, Andrea. That was, I assume, Connie?
No.
No, it was someone else's dog. That was someone else's dog.
That was Deej. He's hungry.
It wasn't me.
Or perhaps somebody just turned into a werewolf. I don't know.
He's a were hyena.
And Peter says if you want to hear the movie over the dog, talk to the milk bone. Brought to you by Milk Bone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in the screening room. I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, start. And we have successfully started.
Shut up, Wesley.
Let's see if you land.
De Laurentiis Entertainment Group.
Doesn't sound American.
Sunbow and Marvel Productions.
Hey, Marvel. I know that company.
Yep.
I got nothing in
Wesley
the screening room.
says,
Oh, no, it's coming.
Bird of Prey, what if I just want to listen to Sassy bark? That's why I came here. Well, Wes, that wasn't Sassy, so.
I remember being blown away by this quality of animation because, of course, they had more time to spend on this movie than on the regular show. So I thought that the detail and the animation quality was much better, and it was. The music you're hearing is by Vince DiCola, who went on later to do the music for Rocky IV, I believe.
Dun, 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 dun,
No, that's Bill Conti. I'm talking about Rocky IV. He did like the training montage music and stuff.
Eye of the tiger, cream of the...
No, that was Survivor.
Early Transformers.
There's I love all the bright colors. You know, this pink robot planet is pretty nice.
It's kind of weird that robots have to drink.
Yeah. Well, either that or that's just science experiment water.
Bert, you are watching
Lubrication.
Futurama and you are wondering why robots drink?
Well, that's different. Those robots run on alcohol.
Yeah.
There's no early warning system until Unicron is literally so close.
Unicron was based loosely off of another Marvel Comics character called Galactus, who would eat planets, but he would do it in a different way. He wouldn't actually gobble up the planet. He would just absorb all the life energy off the planet, kind of like the Silicon Avatar in Star Trek.
Silicon entity.
The crystalline entity.
Yes.
I got to be on Question of Trek after this.
This is one of those blinking effects that wants to give you a seizure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
why
doesn't do great for the the MP4 artifacting.
Yeah.
That's why one of the Pokemon episodes had to be banned because of the strobe lighting that they used.
Yeah, you gotta be careful these days. Those epileptic people don't like that shit.
They will sue
Ion,
your
because
ass.
I thought they drink
That's why
Energon.
they put
Well,
it-
the Energon cube.
That's why they put that warning on everything now.
Every video game, even the most boring video game, has
We're
an
not gonna
epilepsy
take
warning.
it. No, we ain't. Oh, never
That
mind.
Unicron kind of looks like another creature that was created by Matrix Animation.
Professor Brainy Specs is here.
Hello,
He says,
Professor.
I miss Sinema Saturday. I felt so bad. I was about to send you the link. I was like,
Hey,
oh,
a
that's
black
right.
hole.
Yeah.
I'm
actually pretty impressed with the opening credits.
It'd be like the Shadow Planet from
The
Shadow
font.
Raiders.
They borrowed that thing from CBS, but other than that, yeah. That tunnel
Judd
effect.
Nelson.
Judd Nelson. Yes. Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. I know that guy.
Yeah.
He was in The Simpsons. He was in that Simpsons episode with the
That's the one guy I don't know. Lionel Stander. I know everybody else in this movie, but that guy.
Monorail.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. I've heard of that guy too.
Unicorns.
John
in the movie?
Moschitta.
Blur. Oh
Who
my
does
god.
Leonard Nimoy play in this? Optimus?
White Lion sang that theme song. I used to have the soundtrack too. Yeah, Vince DiCola.
Yeah.
Flint Dilley, the guy who
They've
really
already
wrote the script.
conquered Cybertron.
Yep.
By the year 2005.
2005, yeah.
Our commentaries put somebody.
Always like Laserbeak. There was another
How does
bird that came out
nobody
of his
know that
chest,
there's
too.
a big mechanical bird flying around?
He's this espionage thing. This is interesting because Peter Cullen's doing both the voices of Optimus Prime and Ironhide here. He's talking to himself.
Thank you, Professor.
A redneck robot, gotta love it.
Yep.
Turning into a van.
On a space station.
Yep, on a moon.
And he's
Scatman Crothers.
an old style van too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I like about these original Transformers, where
Oh
they
my
turned
god.
into. Yep.
The Wesley Crusher and his dad of Transformers.
human.
Did Ironhide just transform and leave?
He's there. He went to the shuttle to pilot it with his twin brother Ratchet.
Is there somewhere a gas station?
There's
for
Casey.
the cars?
There's Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need
himself.
gas. They just need
Energon cubes. Yeah.
Energon cubes. Yeah. That's a little bird of prey, I guess.
Confirmed. Bird is a Decepticon.
And that surprised you how?
The Soundwave and all of his cassettes were bizarre because that was high tech back then. Cassettes, you know.
Hey, video cassettes.
Yes, universal recording device.
But
I hate that
86
toy.
was DVDs were already invented.
Oh yeah, but they weren't in mass use. I mean,
Yeah.
Nobody would have known.
Not
In
DVDs, CDs. I mean,
Laser
CDs.
disc.
yeah, laser discs were but most consumer electronics for music were still cassette based at that point. Cassettes, LPs, a couple of 8-tracks were remaining. Here's the first big carnage moment.
Our first CD audio player. Oh my god, the thing must have weighed 30 pounds. It was as big as a VCR.
Now there's something you never see anymore is any Transformer turning into a gun. Every version of Megatron that came out after this, he turned into something else. But originally he could turn into several different kinds of guns.
Oh, I remember kids had that toy, the Megatron toy, which would turn into a realistic sized gun.
Yep.
Now that'd be illegal. Literally illegal.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
In New York City, at least.
Oh, look at they killed an ambulance.
The irony.
This proves Starscream is the better Transformer because Megatron was just a gun. Starscream actually aimed and fired.
But he also had Shockwave use it too.
Here's where kids got their first bit of trauma.
Wow. Cold-blooded killer.
Executed him.
He's the original gangster, Megatron.
Wow, that is a terrible That was blurry. Oh well, whatever. Look what they were wearing in 2005. Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, where was my jumpsuit?
Hot Rod's supposed to be a teenage robot in this. He's like not considered an adult at this point. A great big D on his chest.
I don't know that I like robots killing organics.
Yeah.
Great big D. That means this is a young Darren Wagner.
Oh, they throw it back.
Now, this is a badass hoverboard here. Why don't we have these?
Wait, which came out first? This or Back to the Future?
Back to the Future came out before this movie did. Back to
So
the Future
they all
85.
had the idea of hoverboards back then.
Yeah.
No. Back to the Future 2, where we had the flying
Oh, that's
hoverboard,
right. You're right. You're right.
was
Back to the Future
89.
2 was, that's right. You are correct. So this predates it then. Yep. Thanks for that, Joseph. Now here's my least favorite character in the whole thing, Cup. Cup
is your
short
least
for-
favorite?
Cup is my least
one of my favorite. He tells old war stories.
Yes, he does. But look
I
at what
thought
he
you
turns
loved
into.
Cup.
A useless. He turns into a pickup truck from the future that can't carry anything. You look at him closely. Oh well.
Honestly, I always thought you were the Cup of this group. But I didn't mean that as an insult. I meant it
Well,
as
then if I'm Cup, then Professor Brainy Specs is Perceptor.
why are you shooting at their own damn shuttle? Oh, there's a big hole in it.
Because the Decepticons took it.
Yeah. The weapon on Megatron's arm is referred to in the comics as a fusion cannon. I always thought that was a pretty powerful sounding weapon. There's Blitzwing, the triple changer.
The actor says comparing WandaVision to Game of Thrones is like comparing Vertebrae 5 with Joseph Stalin. I regret nothing, actor.
You literally did the comparison in your video.
Yeah, I stand by it.
Bert, I know
I had shrapnel.
That's completely fine. People must be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Look at that guy. He's red and pink. That's a one flaming robot, let me tell you.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I love how they can drive over any terrain.
They're like Jeeps.
Yeah,
I never
basically they're
knew
all
Cup
Jeeps.
was supposed to be a future pickup truck. I just thought he was like...
He's a pickup truck, yeah. Now there is Professor
bad
Brainy
pickup
Specs
truck.
right there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's the professor, all right.
He's a microscope.
Yeah, where's Optimus in all of them?
Oh, you'll see him.
How are you outnumbered? This is an Autobot city. There's only like 5 Decepticons got on the shuttle.
There's a few more that got on.
Most of these Transformers here were brand new for the movie.
Oh, I remember that blue thing on the front of Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
Became its own like flying little ship or something.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus actually, the toy was way more interesting than the robot in the cartoon because it had a lot more stuff. It was actually on the original dual clone toy line from Japan, it was an evolution of Optimus Prime, but in this cartoon they were 2 separate robots. I remember thinking this was great when he gets his foot stuck and has to shoot it off.
Yeah.
Female Autobots? I thought they were extinct.
Way too progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
We
is
had
a woke
Battleship.
movie. We're
Yeah,
cutting
this is
it
really
off.
woke. This is welcome to Reagan's 80s, boys.
Gotta love the hood.
I had an Insecticon too. I had the one with the big, not the cricket-looking one, the other one. His name was Shrapnel.
Beetle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
had
one right there.
Insecticon too.
Did the Insecticons get together to form a big scorpion?
No,
Or am I
they
thinking
didn't.
of a difference.
No, they were actually from a different toy line in Japan, so they didn't combine.
There goes the cricket.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. And here's now. Originally, Blaster was supposed to be just a radio, but in this movie, they established that he does have his own cassettes. An 80s boombox. I gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell's the U.S. military?
How many tapes can he hold?
A lot.
He's like the clamps of the Autobot, of the Decepticons.
Mm-hmm.
Look how little they are. Really? Yeah. Run? They're like, just step on them. You just shot an animal.
No, a robot animal. Micro Machine Man.
A little female robot dragging a big, heavy male robot.
Well, you never know.
Why are we watching such an woke movie?
Springer was another triple changer, but he was
That human starts pushing. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
get
Well,
really
it's
pissed.
yep. There you go.
Ah!
Hey, he's helping his friends. Okay. Yeah.
Someone snoring.
Yeah, that would be Cap.
Oh man.
Yeah, are you awake?
Well, this was the first combiner that they introduced.
The Constructicons.
Vincent
Oh,
Gallipo with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Vincent. Says, I think this movie will give me an epileptic crisis. Oh, well, Vincent, if you're susceptible, then please don't watch. It is not great for people who are susceptible.
Do you know what was unique about Devastator compared to all the other combining robot teams in this cartoon?
No.
Well, most of the other teams were only 5 robots, but the Constructicons were 6.
Cinnabon says you just now notice. Oh, that's someone who's snoring. I only heard it for the first time like a minute ago.
He's been doing it for like 15 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't hear it.
I just didn't want to say anything.
There we go.
Dinobots, my favorites.
Peter Cullen's voice again as Grimlock.
I'm Grimlock.
They kind
They
of
don't look
suck.
like dinosaurs.
Like, where is Cybertron that they can
no,
get
they-
there so quickly?
Got the space bridge.
Kicked them. Had the little cartoon bug guys.
Yeah, Triceratops.
And then Swoop gets smashed.
Yeah. Here comes Dirk Diggler.
I still remember the music.
Yeah.
Bird Eye will probably take off. The movie has does nothing to me. It's
I
literally-
understand, Joseph.
It's an American thing.
I understand that it can be interesting for kids, and then for you as something like, okay, back to your childhood or something. But
I gotcha.
It's all right.
Does nothing to me. Okay, take
Thank
care.
you for hanging out.
Have
Take care,
fun.
man.
And I will
Enjoy
watch
your
something for
whatever it
adults.
is you decide to do.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Optimus Prime was America. He was red, white, and blue. He looked like a football player, and he had the voice of John Wayne.
Yeah. It was a John Wayne impression that he was trying to get at.
Yep.
Okay, well, when Captain wakes up, he can unmute.
Lightsabers. Yeah.
Zoom.
They had weapons before. They'd fought before, and one of them would have like a glowing axe hand, and the other one would have like a ball and chain hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Optimus had the axe. Megatron had the glowing ball and chain.
Killed with his own gun.
Well, that's Optimus's gun.
Vincent says Bird of Prey, it's better than Michael Bay's movies.
Keeps on aiming in the same spot. I'm surprised he's still able to move.
Actor doesn't remember liking Transformers. Too repetitive of a formula.
How did Megatron get so beat up so quickly?
Prime beat the crap out of him too.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like it when you watch the fight over again. Like, yeah, Optimus got some good licks in him, but at the end of the day, it looks like Optimus took the brunt of the damage and not Megatron should have been functioning after this.
Yeah.
Well, one hit would.
Starscream kicks a man when he's down.
Yep.
That's the type of person Starscream is.
Another triple changer, Astro Train.
Astro Train.
A huge triple changer.
Yeah. He's weird too.
In there.
Yeah. The ability these robots had to change their size is interesting because Megatron was able to shrink down into a gun that another robot could use, but Astro Train can actually turn into a shuttle big enough for all of the Decepticons to fit in. They can even have a fight inside of him.
And he doesn't need train tracks.
No.
Where we're going, we don't need. Train tracks.
Oh, here's the part where all the kids start bawling.
This is like a Star Trek bio bed.
Yeah.
This is just like how it felt when Spock ended up. Hey, Vile, welcome to. You want to join in?
Damn it,
Who's here?
He's a robot. Just rewire him. Damn it.
I have been and always shall be your friend.
It's interesting that they ended up having to change the name of the thing inside his chest from the Matrix to the Allspark because of the Matrix movies.
Yeah. It's because he contains the Allspark.
Yeah.
His spark contains the Matrix. They say
Yep.
that in Beast Wars.
Yeah.
My fees.
One of the things that I like about this was they did the same thing later on when Vision died in
Oh, we got to
Infinity
see it.
War.
I didn't know the Defiant was in this movie.
Yeah, where he where when he dies he loses all his color, and something similar happened with Vision in Infinity War.
Well, now we got Vision back.
Springtime says Bird of Prey. Transformers is Joe
We got Vision.
Chicken Sandwich Biden's favorite show, and is now planning on making his one Transformers team to defeat the invisible enemies of America.
Foreshadowing.
And he ends up being a failure.
Well, Walter Magnus,
He just never proved to be a leader.
Yeah.
This is.
Pew. Tilt.
Cue the waterworks, people.
Number 5 is alive. No disassemble. No disassemble number 5. Howdy, Vile.
Hey, I can't stay long. My lunch break ends in about 5 minutes, but I just thought I'd say hi.
Hey,
This is also one of my favorite movies and franchises.
when Unicorn roars here, it's the same roar they used for the Hulk in the.
You should do a whole geo-nerdy on it.
Might be
Who
something
knows,
like
right?
that coming up. But no, as I put in the chat, little fun fact about this movie is after this movie, Frank Welker takes over the role of Galvatron from Leonard Nimoy.
Yep.
But he also technically took over the role of Spock from Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek 3. Because all the times you hear Spock screaming in pain during Star Trek 3, that was actually Frank Welker in an uncredited role.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And he
yeah.
couldn't go Megatron.
Why didn't the rest of the Decepticons stop Starscream from doing that?
Because
they needed to survive.
He was also the leader of the Seekers, so he has his own faction within the Decepticons to fight with him.
And he just launches everyone.
Yeah, keep in mind they're still inside of Astro Train.
How the hell can Devastator fit in Astro Train?
Well, they're able to fit somehow.
Yeah.
And this is what
Starscream did just by releasing Megatron. He created chaos.
Yeah.
Instead of just
The bigger thing is, of course,
I
once
always-
they have broken orbit, the weight wouldn't matter.
I always thought this was a cool sequence.
Well, mass still matters. Weight, not as much.
They were already at speed.
Yeah, but that's because space
But
is
to
a fantasy.
continue moving at that speed, it requires thrust.
Yeah.
And that thrust is relying on how much mass it's moving.
Qapla, question of Trek. Welcome, Chief Cook. He recovered nicely.
Yep, Orson Welles is the voice of the big giant robot called Unicron.
Yeah, it was also his last performance.
Yep. It was his last performance, but it wasn't the last movie released with him because they had one that he was in that was released after Transformers.
Gotcha.
But it was the one that he recorded last.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I know way too many small facts about this movie because I used to love it as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought this part was neat.
Kind of wish they kept the old Megatron around a little bit longer.
Wow,
It was a cool
get to see
design.
the inside body. I forgot about this sequence.
Which sparks a debate: who actually becomes a second in command? Who turns into who?
Well,
yeah, it's arguable who becomes which becomes Scourge and which one becomes Sweeps.
Cyclonus, there's two of them that are made here. Yeah.
Yeah, who becomes Cyclonus? Who becomes the other one?
Yeah, there's Cyclonus Major and Cyclonus Minor. Yeah. But nobody really knows because they didn't think it out that far ahead.
Yeah, but there's huge videos on YouTube saying, who is the real Cyclonus?
I hated the Scourge and the Sweeps. I thought they were stupid. Boats, flying boats.
They were kind of like hovercrafts almost.
Yeah.
I think they're just supposed to be spaceships, and in space, it doesn't really matter what your ship looks like per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Question of Trek points out this movie was essentially a 90-minute toy commercial. As you notice, they kill all the old Transformers.
Well, right. That was kind of the point.
This is my favorite part.
What was the weapon on
one of the
Starscream's arm
editions
called?
of Starscream actually comes with a crown and cape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called a null ray. That's what his weapons are mounted on his arms were.
All right, my lunch break's over. I gotta head out, but enjoy the movie, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, take care, Vile.
Yeah.
Oh, not Starscream.
Oh no!
Oh, he has the indestructible spark.
Wanted a crown.
Oh, that didn't last long.
No, it depends on the
Sound a lot like Spock.
It would have been funny. I am Spock.
Wait, does Galvatron have pointed ears?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, there was the second one that probably did it.
Scatman Crothers and Casey Kasem.
See, now this third one that they're talking about. Deluge 2020.
I think it's pretty much over for you guys.
Num num num.
The household. I think they're talking 120. 120,000. Max, I think, household.
Bumblebee should have had a German accent.
So that thing makes the human able to transform, right?
I think so.
What
Yeah,
happens to their
exosuit-
body?
It gets bent up.
Actress is Bird of Prey. To me, the dialogue between the two visions seemed pretty much what the dialogue between Spock and Mirror Spock would be like. You concur? Yes, I do.
Yep, there you go. There's your aw shit.
Andrea says back at 3:30. I assume you mean 4:30 Eastern. Well, let's see. We've got 48 minutes left in the movie. Could you come back in 48 minutes or 45?
All right, I got to run, Bird. Sorry.
Take care, Deej.
I have to go wrench.
Take care,
Go
Deej.
wrench for
Take care,
Simone.
Deej.
Yeah. But the point being,
I missed him saying shit, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
oh, baby.
No, that's so all the moms can go, aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nimoy's got gravitas, doesn't he? Yeah.
I love this part. So they're heading to Cybertron, which is being eaten by Unicron. She'll have to survive on her own.
Yeah, doing cyber tricks.
Oh.
Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, she made it. Now we can close this airtight door.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting, I think, is in the movies, the Michael Bay movies, they turned RC into a motorcycle, and they took away her feminine legs and stuff. She was like a female robot torso and on a unicycle or something. Okay, what Autobot or Dinobot is missing here in this scene?
I don't know. The Brontosaurus, was he there?
No, the Brontosaurus is there. The one they keep not showing you is Snarl, who is a stegosaur.
Oh, Snarl! I remember him.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Dinobots were Swoop, Snarl, Sludge, Slag, and Grimlock.
Inverted polarities. Ramming speed.
Yeah, Nimoy's got some gravitas here, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim is saying Slag was the Triceratops.
Yeah, Snarl was the one that was the
Snarl.
Stegosaurus. Yeah. Swoop, Snarl, Sludge, Slag, and Grimlock were the 5, I think, Dinobots.
I was always pissed that the Dinobots didn't combine.
Yeah.
To
The reason why is because there were 2 toy lines that were merged. 2 Japanese toy lines. One was called Duo Clone. The other one was called Headmasters. And some odd things about it. There were clues when you got, for example, an Insecticon. It looked like the chest opened up into a cockpit, but there was no little figure to go in with it. It was just the robot, and that's because that's how it was sold back in Japan. It came with a little guy that would go in the chest, and the same thing with Grimlock, for example. He had a saddle or something on his back that would flip up, but he didn't come with a little dude to go into it.
Planet of Junk.
Yeah. Now these are the shark. There's two varieties of Sharkticons in this movie. That the Quintessons ended up being villains on the show after this.
Actor says, I have the suspicion this movie was suggested by Darren. No, I think I wanted it.
No.
So we got to figure out next week's movie.
Like that trail of bubbles going off of his face. Gotta love that 80s hairband rock. The planet of junk looks like part of a planet.
A planet full of junk.
Well, it looks like part of a planet. It's like a crescent planet, you know. You can make a drinking game out of how many times people say the word anybody in this show. I think that the kid fits entirely within the torso of the robot body of the suit. I think that the legs and arms are totally mechanical. They're not him inside. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Weird Al did the music for this next part, didn't he?
Oi! Aussie bots.
Oh no!
No.
Oh,
This is why he wanted to watch this movie.
Yeah, just so he can bring out Ozzy.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
Oh, here's the most annoying robot ever. Wheelie. Oh. His voice makes me want to kill myself. I became a suicidal teen because of him.
More of a show trial than Cardassians. The Jar Jar Binks of Star Trek. Of damn it, Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Immortal Technique says they own a wheelie transformer. I had a lot of Autobots, but I don't think I had Wheelie. Definitely had Bumblebee. And if you can't do it, we'll leave you behind.
That's racist. Yep. Damn, it's there. They were really trying to go for a heavy metal vibe in this, weren't they? A heavy metal, the movie. I'm sure kids laughed at that in the theater. Look at that. They're all robots are lorry loaded.
Rock solid, says Bird of Prey. Darren, can someone share the, I guess you mean the StreamYard link? I'll send it to you. Send it to your Twitter, Rock Solid. Yeah, it's Ozio Praybot, Wesley. You can't have a helicopter in space.
Well, the blade is decoration, right?
Welcome, Rock Solid, to the panel.
Figure it'd be wise to have an actual Transformers fan watching this with you guys.
What do you mean? We already got one.
Who? That bird?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm not a collector of the toys, obviously, but I did the cartoons and the comics.
I still think the way the comics handle Power Masters was vastly superior.
Yeah, well, Marvel was the original originator of the concept, so.
Yeah, between them and once they got Simon Furman too, it got a lot better too.
Yeah.
Ba weep grana weep ninibon.
All right. Hey,
Welcome, LDG.
how you doing? I figured you needed a real Transformers fan on the panel, so I came in to say what's up.
Could the real Transformers fan please stand up?
Real?
You know, when Weird Al says we're going to be stupid all night, he doesn't fuck around.
It's still fun to see him do this live in concert too.
I suppose it is, yeah.
Wasn't that Lionel Stander who did the voice of Cup?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Which I'd never seen him in anything. I know he was on, like, I don't know, Falcon Crest or something, but that was about it.
So Wes says that he collected the Beast Wars toys, which means that he never collected any Transformers.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, and I said this earlier, you guys missed it, but basically with this movie, I sort of started losing interest in Transformers because this was the transition story where the robots stopped looking like real vehicles and started looking like fantasy vehicles in the shows and on the comics and stuff, the toys.
Yeah, Beast Wars. Were you like a side of Vertigo with your transforming?
Good old 2D animation, animated by Japanese and Korean animators. That's what you need.
It was Toei, wasn't it?
One of them, yeah. There was a South Korean animation company that did fill-in stuff. Anytime it looks weird, looks like somebody else did it, that was them. So.
I mean, like right there where you have all the Junkions running towards the ships, and it's the exact same animation cycle through about every 4 seconds.
Well, no, for the movie, I think it was all the one team, but yeah.
See, again, this is the perfect example of why the villain just goes through and pontificates instead of just doing what he needs to do to win. If the other just shut up, he would have won.
Well, he doesn't know how to open it, so again, you got to remember the audience for this was like pre-10-year-olds. When you consider that, it becomes very sophisticated for a pre-10-year-old movie and cartoon. Yeah.
Arabic Sonder with a $1 super chat. I'm sorry it took so long. I had just started a Geloja. Thank you, though.
Just now?
No, when he sent the super chat 3 minutes ago.
Okay.
And Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey collected the Beast Wars. I collected the Beast Wars toys. I ignored Beast Wars because I didn't think they were real Transformers.
No, they weren't.
No. Stop saying that. They're not real Transformers. You didn't think they weren't. They weren't. They still
Here's
ain't.
a situation where scale is a problem. So, Unicron should be much larger than he appears here, but for scale purposes, they, had to fudge it. Kind of like the Defiant on Deep Space Nine,
Well, and the one thing too, if you read the comics, you know this, that the Transformers god, or basically the core of Cybertron, is Primus. I would love to hear some Primus play as they're battling against Unicron.
Yeah.
Super Blubberpuss Qapla.
If he's obviously, if he's planet sized, he shouldn't even be able to really pick up Galvatron, and even with his fingers, because.
Well, and then dropping Galvatron down his gullet. I mean, people had problems with bombs dropping in The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you guys catch Life with Matthews this morning?
Part of it, yeah.
So I saw he was building a computer, but I didn't check it out. I was busy.
Yeah, it was a good rig. I'm jealous.
Did he finish it?
He didn't finish. Well, he got to the point where it would become just him doing wires. So he got to the video card, the CPU fan, and then he got a PCI Express, the digital video recording PCI card.
I liked when they go in one eye and come out the other. And his eye is just a window.
Wesley says, Bird of Prey, stop. Come on, guys, stop hating on my Beast Wars stuff. You're the one who decided to like Beast Wars, Wesley.
I mean, I'd rather watch GoBots than Beast Wars.
Yeah, liking Beast Wars is a choice.
And GoBots sucks.
The animation is fantastic. It is now. The beginning of the movie, I thought it left a little to be desired.
Isn't this where we got our first female Transformer?
No, that was in the series.
Right. Yeah, just a reminder that tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be on A Question of Trek. So
cool. Yeah, there was an episode in the original run of the series where there were 3 female Autobots still alive on Cybertron, and what's the name? Shockwave made the comment that they should be extinct.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was Alita 1, Firestarter, or something like that, and I can't remember the third one.
Wildfire and
Yes.
God, I can't remember now either. Alita 1 and Wildfire, but I can't remember what the third one was. Now I got to look it up.
It was basically counterparts to Prime, Inferno, and Ironhide.
Right.
I'm curious to find out who my mystery opponent is going to be.
It's me, Bird.
Is it?
I like that enthusiasm behind that. Is it? No, it isn't. That would be fun. That would be fun. I got to talk to him. I wouldn't mind going back on Question of Trek.
Okay, on the cartoon it was Alita 1, Firestar, and Moonracer. I don't know where I got Wildfire from. I thought Wildfire was one of them, but I guess I messed that up.
No, it took away my views. What are you doing? Oh, that sucks.
Aravic says your opponent should be Anti-Trekker. He'd be too easy to beat.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would.
And he'd cry
about it.
A Question of Track is saying we'll do it. LDG versus Birdo Prey 5.
Oh, it's in the chat? Oh man, that would be awesome. Question of Trek.
The only thing is that I'm on tonight. I don't know if he means at a later time or tonight.
Whenever. You name the place, you name the time. That was the whole point of me getting into trivia, was to go up against you, Bert.
I'm honored. It is about the time you'd be doing your Married with Children stream, but...
Oh, I can postpone that. No big deal. Postpone that for you.
Wesley says Vertebrae just because I'm 10 years younger than all of you.
The cookie dough blast.
Oh, I'm on next week. Oh, I thought it was on tonight. Okay. That's fine. Question of Track already asked Anti-Tracker. He said he's too busy. But Bird, you're on next week. I'm okay. That's fine. That is good to know.
You forgot the quotation marks question. I corrected.
Andrea Seabrook said, "Did you question see my live report?" I don't know if he saw your live report. I don't think he was in the stream at the beginning.
I could remember thinking it really sucked that Hot Rod turned into Rodimus Prime and stopped being a car and became a lame ass, extra
Green
fancy
van.
semi, tractor trailer, whatever. It's like, what is it about the Autobot leader? They always got to be a semi.
I need a quick minute. Just got this new external drive working.
How is Hot Rod even able to dent Galvatron? I don't even...
Sneak attacks like that, maybe? Maybe his proximity to the Matrix is making him stronger and he doesn't know it?
Vibranium.
The power of boners.
Quantum.
You like that one?
Yeah. The Ralph joke, I'm
Tim
assuming.
Says he became an RV. Rodimus was a camper.
No, Rodimus was a semi. He was a futuristic one that was big, in the same style. They'll show him here when he transforms. He gets a a trailer as well. Dirk Diggler.
You got that touch.
Do 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 do.
A friend of mine actually just interviewed Stan Bush within the
Like
last
he's
few weeks or
going
so.
through Autobot puberty.
Ain't no
Autobot
puberty blockers here.
I've got the power.
It's the end of the road, Galvatron. They replayed this scene right here so many times in the 3rd and 4th season of the show.
Oh yeah, yep. I like the lightsaber special sound effects they use in this part.
If you are looking for a YouTuber who does really good Transformers stuff, there's a guy by the name of Rodimus Prime, who actually does pretty frequent uploads several times a week. That's really, really good. I gotta find. There's another one that I watch on the regular too. Hang on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rodimus Prime is really good.
Yeah.
Have we seen any Energon cubes yet in this movie?
In the beginning.
No. What?
There was an Energon goodie, wasn't there? Well, they mentioned them, but there was an Energon
yeah, when
goodie.
they were-
Mentioned them.
with
I
the
don't think we saw
Sharkticons.
any.
Yeah, you're right. They changed shape over the course of the cartoon too. Originally, they were actual
I just
cubes, and
remember the
and then
cubes.
later they would learn how to compress them into flatter cubes.
Chris McFeely is the other guy. He does he's almost like Lore Reloaded, but for Transformers. And he does one video a week, and it's generally on Saturdays that it debuts. And he's just got really good stuff. So yeah, definitely check out
Here we go.
Rodimus Primal and
See?
Chris McFeely.
He's a multi-wheel semi.
Miss Londell says, "You damn '80s kids." Welcome, Miss Londell.
Well, tell Mr. Londell, you damn 40s kids.
Damn! Shots fired!
Mr. Londell sitting behind his computer going, "Damn, I wish it was the Great Depression right now."
Yeah. I thought.
Just hold on, it's coming. We're bringing it
I
back.
thought I was old. I thought I was old that I know the internet when it was black and white. But some people remember TV when it was on paper.
Yeah, it was better in inline. Thanks, there, LDG.
Yeah, I know. I tried. Hey,
This
man.
movie ends quickly. As soon as he gets the Matrix, man, this fucker is over. It's like... And that's when every kid in America said, "All my toys are dead."
Yeah, I was disappointed though that they didn't have more combiners in this and things like Skylinks and some of the other newer characters as well.
Well, Skylinks didn't debut until after this movie came out.
Right.
He was part of the 2005 crew, but the reason why is because this movie took 2 years in the making, and they hadn't designed those ones yet when they started making this movie. So it's kind of like this movie sort of leapfrogged that.
Scatman Carruthers as Jazz.
Omega Supreme.
He was in the second season. He was before this.
Yeah. See, there's an example. So, for example, like Autobot City in this movie eventually becomes the robot called Metroplex. Yeah. But the idea hadn't fully matured yet. So, yeah.
Mr. Londell says he grew up in the '70s when cartoons had meaning. And
You watch
Jedi
Hong
Bill
Kong
says
Phooey,
he's
didn't
not
you?
impressed at all.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Really, Jedi Bill? Not at all?
Phooey. Number one super guy.
I never got the meaning of Pink Panther. That show always eluded me.
To sell insulation.
Pink Panther was a series of movies about a jewel called the Pink Panther, and Inspector Clouseau always had to figure out who stole it or something. I think that was the idea. But in the opening credits of the movies, they had this cartoon panther, and then the cartoon show was an outgrowth of that.
I don't believe there's any closing credit scene in
No.
this.
No.
So
No.
No, the whole credit is
Andrea
an ending.
Seabrook, if you want to call back in with your report anytime.
Oh, she's alive? I thought that was a phaser hit. I thought she got attacked.
No, wasn't a.
I thought she got red shirts for a second. Like it all went red and everything. That was weird. Andrea!
I'll switch to the default. Since Sinema Saturday it's pretty close to being over anyway. In case she does call back in, we can easily change. Robert Rose says Blue Falcon and Dynamite also. No, I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Grape Ape.
Those are 70s cartoons.
Rezoot says that wasn't as impressive as I remember. Yeah, I'll grant you. But like I said, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So
yeah, our brains are different now. This a few years ago now, I happened to be at a Walmart and I saw in their DVDs they had the entire run of the Dungeons and Dragons Saturday morning cartoon series, which lasted I think for one season, and so or maybe 2 seasons. And I impulse grabbed it, remembering how much I liked the cartoon. I was little and hadn't seen it for years, and I took it home and played the first episode, and I couldn't even get through it because I realized just how young I really was when when I was watching that show, and my adult brain now just couldn't handle it. It was the fastest moving thing in the world, and I did make it to the end, but and then what was weird was when the closing credits played, I started getting real sad. And I'm like, well, why am I getting sad? And I remember then, oh yeah, this Dungeons and Dragons was the last cartoon on CBS on Saturday morning. After that cartoon, they would switch to a sporting event. So when you heard that music, your Saturday morning was over. And that's why I was sad. It was weird. It was a weird little, thing that I experienced. But yeah.
Well, you might appreciate then too. So I just picked up a game based on a Saturday morning cartoon for the TurboGrafx 16. You remember Pac-Land?
Pac-Land, okay.
It was basically the Pac-Man had a family and everything.
Right. Yeah, I remember there was 1 year where every new cartoon that came out for Saturday morning was based off of a video game.
Yeah, there was a Donkey Kong one.
Yeah, they had Pac-Man, and they had all these other ones too. Pole Position was a new cartoon, and I didn't care for that because I didn't have a game console. I wasn't an Atari boy or anything like that back then.
Saturdays. I'm sorry, but this movie is lame. Sorry, but that is my opinion. Lame, 1/2 star.
You could call it lame. That's fine. No, Super Starcade was what they called it. They stupid. You just got sour grapes because none of your predictions came out. Now, no, Super Starcade was what they called it on Saturday morning when all those cartoon shows based on video games started coming out. It lasted for 1 year and then it all fizzled.
So Andrea is driving now and can't do the call-in, but she will upload the video onto her channel, which is awesome. We can see the future birthplace of James T. Kirk. So check out, make sure you're subscribed to Andrea to get that video a little later. Andrea says maybe your show should be called Gen X Psychology to Darren. Question of Track says, I was the same with Thundercats. I bought a box set.
Good one.
When playing it, I realized how terrible the stories and acting was. Lol. Okay, so I guess it's next week that I'm on a Question of Trek. That gives me an extra week to prepare. Watch some more Trek.
Preparing. You're always preparing. Just go.
Well, I don't know who my mystery opponent might be next week. I mean, certainly if it's LDG, I've got to be able to. It would be an embarrassing defeat.
For LDG.
If I lost to Lore Reloaded, wouldn't be so bad. Even though I clearly, obviously beat him the first time.
Hey, you know what? Seriously, I've not proven my Trek skills, my Trek knowledge yet.
No.
All right, I see how it is.
Is that a somebody's phone or something?
Yeah, somebody's phone.
Okay. Well, it can't be yours because you don't have a cell phone.
I don't have a cell phone.
Okay, then. Well, tomorrow, probably also at 3 p.m. Eastern, will be, assuming that the podiatrist comes on time, will be 4 or more episodes of Futurama as we go on to what Hulu calls season 7. So we'll continue there. And then Monday, we're back to bed life again. And I may or may not have a video to release sometime this weekend. So we'll see. Anything anybody wants to say before we go, starting with LDG?
Not much. Thanks for having me. Awesome movie. Going to be doing Married with Children later today, shortly. So if you guys want to join us.
Oh, and
welcome to.
For next week, the movie is going to be Goonies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You going to do the truffle shuffle for us, Bird?
I am not.
I think we can get Deej to do it. He seems to be favored pretty to it.
Well, Deej is right now modding for Simone Bailey. He has to give his time to the superstars. President Trek says the movie still rocked and he loved it. I liked watching it. I don't know that I'd go so far as to say it rocked.
It rocked.
But it was good to watch again. It's been a while. Rock solid. Anything you want to say before we go?
Sorry I wasn't here sooner. Was busy dealing in my own misery, but that's okay. And glad that we could finally have a couple people on here that actually knew something about Transformers.
Yeah, it was. Thank you to you and to Darren, you and LDG. You guys all added stuff I wasn't aware of. I guess everybody did, but since I really didn't know much,
it was Optimus Prime and there was no Sentinel Primus or whatever you were trying to call it.
Omega Supreme, Ultra Magnus was the person. I was mispronouncing the name.
Yeah.
Although I'd still argue that Rodimus Prime was more of a minivan than a truck, but whatever. We all saw what we saw.
My love for you is like a truck berserker.
Well, the Goonies will be fun. The Goonies will be fun. I don't know if I'll be there for that, but that'll be fun.
Andrea says she'll have a live report at the Pirate Cave. You better start heading to Oregon now, or wherever that took place. Was it Oregon or Washington? Somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Uh-oh. Somebody gave you a super chat.
Oh, Aravic Sonder with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, I have an idea for another animated one, Dungeons and Dragons. I've never seen Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh boy.
You know, it'd be interesting to watch G.I. Joe the movie, because G.I. Joe the movie actually got changed as a result of the reaction to this one. Because in the original version of G.I. Joe the movie, Duke gets killed, but in the version that eventually made it to home video, because it didn't get theatrically released, they throw in the dialogue that Duke was put in a coma. And then at the very end, they threw in that he came out of his coma and he's going to be fine, you know, because they didn't want.
So kids didn't get upset. And they
Didn't get
letters
upset
from
because
parents.
exactly, yeah, because with the whole Optimus Prime thing, that was something.
See,
that was
the
far
thing
more
is,
fundamental.
I didn't throw out my toys once this movie came out. I still played with them. I was able to imagine that they weren't dead. It's not that much of a leap.
It's just
I
that
knew they were never alive to begin with.
A lot of parents just they think that a cartoon, because it's a cartoon, it should be automatically safe for a child to watch, and that's not the case. I mean, anybody who's ever seen the animated Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe or Watership Down or any cartoon from Japan, Bambi even, sure, they should know better. And they don't. The parent can't make an assumption that because it's animated, it's okay for the kids to watch. You have to really know what's going on. There was a really trippy George Lucas movie that was animated in the early '80s called Twice Upon a Time. Does anybody else remember that? I remember the title, but I don't think I saw it. To the point where it was vulgar.
Ion's only seen the G.I. Joe movie where he was killed. And Andrea says this is the beginning of Adult Swim.
Yes, Fritz the Cat was a bit troublesome, Mr. Lundell. So was any Ralph Bakshi cartoon, really, if you want to really look at it. I have a problem with Ralph Bakshi cartoons because he keeps rotoscoping them. I just don't care for rotoscoping at all because you can tell it's like tracing artwork. I don't like it.
They say that the next animated movie should be He-Man and She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword.
Yeah, I don't.
No, thanks.
I don't. Not likely.
No, see, the funny thing about the He-Man cartoon was it came out like a year after the Masters of the Universe toy line was starting to decline because a lot of people don't know this, but the Reagan administration was relaxed the FCC regulations in the 80s so that because before you couldn't have cartoons based off of toy lines, and he relaxed that, and boom, we got some really great cartoons out of it and also some great toys out of it. But since Masters of the Universe was already in production, they were kind of late with their cartoon, and it was a little too late at that point.
Why the hell would they have a law like that?
Because we were a wholesome country at the time.
Yeah. I mean, and when Clinton took over in '92, they immediately started putting things back. And there were some toy lines that that got grandfathered in, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers. But otherwise, that's why all of a sudden, they came up with Captain Planet, right? It was okay now to have a cartoon based off of a political agenda. But by golly, by gum, you couldn't have a cartoon based off of a toy line.
And now you can do whatever.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it lately.
Now there's no more cartoons on broadcast television, so it doesn't matter.
Right. That is true.
All the cartoons are on cable. There's no rules.
Right. Mm-hmm. That is true. I guess that is true. But yeah. I mean, there was a problem. They had a problem with Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, one of the things that they said in that, like the FCC was like, you can't have any swords or any sharp weapons on the show. So they didn't have any. The weapons were shields and clubs, and you had a bow and arrow that shot lightning, but that was about it. Nobody had a knife or a sword or anything.
I don't know when we'll do the next animated Sinema Saturday, but I'd imagine there's a good chance the next animated Sinema Saturday will probably be the South Park movie.
Andrea brings up a really good point that it wasn't just boys' cartoons that based off of toy lines that were successful back then. Care Bears, Strawberry Shortcake, those were all huge. My Little Pony. They all flourished at that time when the FCC regulations were relaxed.
More guys are fans of My Little Pony these days than little girls.
And then Mr. Lundell brings up another good point, and that was Johnny Quest was the cartoon designed for another era. People got shot and killed on that cartoon. they got killed by well, there was one where this guy got killed by a Komodo dragon. It was off screen too, and they could just hear him screaming, and so it was even worse. But yeah.
Commodore Ty, anything you want to say before we get going?
Well, I just hope everyone here can come and support my channel by becoming a subscriber. Pick up my various videos from the lackluster WandaVision finale to the breakout series Resident Alien. I'm doing it all.
Oh, you morose motherfuckers. All right.
I've been keeping up with Resident Alien. Moxley fans, says Qapla Bird and you all. Qapla Moxley. Captain Trek, are you there, Captain Trek?
He's muted.
Yeah, he muted himself, so I can't unmute him.
Okay, well.
Okay, he might have stepped
he's here in
away.
Spirit then. Yeah.
Darren, anything you'd like to say before we head off?
I am working on a video. Hopefully, I'll have it up either tonight or tomorrow.
Very cool. And Moxley fans, it's Bird of Prey. I love My Little Pony, especially the theme song. A question of tracks says, I got to go, guys. Bird of Prey, thanks for the great movie. And Andrea, check out for your report. I'll check out for your report. And guys, the question of track comes on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Be sure to check him out. Jeff Franklin will be there keeping score. And Joseph Patrick is usually there. Keeping an eye out in the chat for answers and deleting them. So yeah, it's a fun stream. Also around the same time, LDG will be doing Married with Children watch party. Andrew says maybe we should have a WandaVision debate. You and me, Darren versus everyone else. Cinnabon says, have a good night. Qapla Cinnabon. Ion says, have a good one all. Take care, Ion. Resolute says, so it's Brony Fan 21, is it? Cool. Karen has gotten back to Andrea. So, guys, thank you all for hanging out. A lot of great conversation. Darren and LDG and Rock Solid. You guys, thank you for kicking it up a notch on this stream. And Qapla all, I guess.
Qapla.
Bird. Very good, guys.
Bird out.